Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to Lunchtime Nuggets. I'm Robin Weisner. I'm a life coach and the creator of the Lighter Way Wellness Program, which is a whole life wellness program for midlife women. And today is the last day of my Lunchtime Nuggets series. And we've been joining here live for 3 weeks now through this month and I hope you have enjoyed it. So today, if you're joining me live, go ahead and let me know where you're joining from. Are you having lunch? What are you going to do this weekend? Tomorrow's Halloween. Are you doing anything for Halloween? I'm just curious. Is anyone going to entertain trick or treating and things like that with the pandemic going on? Just curious. um, so today I'm going to wrap up, kind of summarize and tie everything in a neat bow of everything that we talked about this week and let you know what's coming next. So stay to the end so that you can hear what is coming up next. So, if you haven't been with us for the last 3 weeks, you can go ahead and you can go back. I actually created a playlist here for the Lunchtime Nuggets. So, this will be the 15th episode. So, the first week we focused on self care and we talked about getting the word in before the world. And I shared some of my tips about how to get that morning devotional time in. Then we talked about gratitude journaling and how you can do that pretty much anytime. You can do it throughout the day, you can do it in the morning, you can do it in the evening, but how gratitude is basically the antidote for everything. It's very healing to your spirit. Then we talked about movement is medicine. My hashtag, get out there and move in whatever way makes you feel good. And so we don't have to compare to what other people are doing. Go out and take a walk, walk your dog, dance in the kitchen, do some yoga, go swimming, whatever it is. But learn to add movement into your day as part of your day throughout your day, not just something that you do for 30 minutes, first thing in the morning, and then you sit in a chair all day. So remember to incorporate movement into your day. We talked about the importance of sleep, which I could talk about for hours on end. So important. If you're not getting good sleep, you are not in your best health, and you could throw all kinds of band-aids on it, but sleep is where your body heals. So you've got to get serious about improving your sleep health. And these are all things that I'm sharing here. These are all things that I share in the Light Away program with my clients. And then the last episode of that week, we talked about boundaries, about having healthy boundaries in our relationships and where we choose to give our attention and our time. So important. So important. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and we have to learn to balance out what we say yes to and give our best yes. Not just a yes for people pleasing, but give our best yes, and learn to say no to some things. You just cannot keep running yourself ragged. Then the next week we focused on nutrition. So we talked about eating for hunger versus, or not eating for hunger, eating for weight loss versus eating for health. And there is a huge difference there. Eating for weight loss is not always about the best health, it's about losing weight. And while maybe lowering your weight will improve your health, a diet is not always, most of the time, the best thing for your overall health. So we talked about that. Then we talked about understanding your hunger and fullness cues, how just changing that small thing about tuning into your hunger and your fullness throughout the day, listening to your body, where are you at on the hunger scale, and not letting yourself get to that extreme end where you are hangry and just beyond hungry. And also when we're eating, paying attention to when we reach a when we feel full and satisfied and we can just stop. We don't need to keep eating. So it's learning to trust ourselves with food and knowing that if you're having that delicious meal that is a special treat, you can trust yourself that you can eat till you're full and satisfied. No one's going to take it away from you. It's not like you're never going to have that food again. You don't have to just eat until it's all gone, like it's a scarcity mindset, right? So we learn to balance that and trust ourselves. These are all principles of food freedom. We talked about inflammation and the factor that plays in our health. inflammation is the root of pretty much every curable disease. Uh, Tons of digestive issues, immune issues, brain fog, all of these kind of things. Inflammation is so important. We have to educate ourselves on what we are feeding our bodies and learn to nourish our bodies out of self care. Meal planning is self care, which we also talked about that week. And we talked about ways to reduce inflammation. And it's not just diet, it's also sleep. It's also drinking plenty of water. It's also getting good exercise and movement that's not causing inflammation. Like as we get older, crazy hard cardio is going to cause more inflammation than good. So finding that exercise that feels right for you. And I feel like for some, that's just going to be good news because you might be feeling like you're not doing enough of a workout because you're watching what other people are posting on social media, and they're dripping in sweat and just knocking themselves out, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're in that stage where that doesn't feel good to you, you should not do it. Stop doing it. It's not going to get better. It's probably causing inflammation. So weight bearing exercises, we want to be strong and flexible. Our goals should not just be based on our number on the scale. It should be on other things that we can focus on, like gaining strength, gaining flexibility, growing in energy and stamina throughout the day, clarity of mind, how our moods are. These are the kind of things that we want to focus on as well. So, looking at the big picture, whole life wellness. That's what I'm all about. And then this week, I took you through the 3 steps to food freedom, which is part of my secret sauce. So, we talked about first charting your path, taking a realistic view of where you are right now. What is really going on in your life right now? What are the obstacles? What are the challenges you might face to making a change? And what do you need to do to prepare yourself for your food freedom journey? Then we talked about casting your vision. You have to know exactly where are you going and what will be the stops along the way so that you can break it down into manageable, measurable pieces instead of this all or nothing mindset, which I know so many of us struggle with. Pretty much all of the women I work with struggle with all or nothing mindset or perfectionism, which is not a fruit of the spirit, my friend. We want to have self control, self discipline. We want to have patience, kindness, being kind to our bodies. So, casting that vision. And then we talked about choosing your focus. What is one thing, when I gave you all of those food freedom principles, one thing that you could choose to focus on right now that would make everything else easier or not even necessary? So, what if you were to start paying attention to your hunger and fullness cues? Or what if you were to focus on the satisfaction of food and you were to start being present when you eat? And really enjoying the food that you're eating and appreciating it for the gift that it is, instead of waiting until you're starving and then eating whatever and then feeling guilty about it. Oh my gosh, how many times have you waited too long to eat, then you just scarf down something, and afterwards not only did you not feel good physically, but emotionally you were like, why did I do that? I wish I could turn back time. So just working on those things, like planning ahead. Well, I talked to you on at the end of the second week about a meal plan versus meal planning. So I have tons of resources for that. And then yesterday we talked about how to deal with lack of support at home, and how you can work around that. Really, the secret is talk is cheap. Show by your actions. Step out in your actions and show that you're serious. Make those changes, and don't force them on other people. All change is personal. And when people are not supportive or downright, antagonistic towards your changes, it usually means it's about them and not about you. There's some kind of fear or whatever going on in there. So having compassion, having grace for the other people in your life, and getting focused in on yourself. And that takes really it's aligning body, mind, and Holy Spirit. When you're in that sweet spot, things will fall into place and you don't need to worry about what everyone else is doing. You will know what to do and you will follow through on it. So that's kind of a summary of everything that we went through. Now, I want to show you one more time the resources that I have available for you. Girlfriend, I have created so many awesome free resources, and they're all there for the taking. And then I have some affordable ones that you can grab as well. And not to mention, I am closing up very soon, like this weekend, the beta program for my coaching program, my capstone program, Lighter Way, and then I'm going to be opening up the wait list for my one-on-one coaching, which I only open up twice a year. And I will be starting a wait list very soon. So you can go in now and check it out and start thinking about it. You can even set up a call if you want to talk and ask questions about it. So I'm going to share screens here. And which screen is it? Is it? Let's see. It is here. I'm going to show you. And hold on. Let me make sure I'm showing us both in the screen. Yeah. Yay! Now we're screen sharing. I learned from the other day. Okay, this is my website. So it's robinweisner.com. The other day I showed you my online university. You can go there as well. But this is my website. So feel free to go in here and check it out. I'm gonna be looking at the other screen here. You can read all about working with me, what the Lighter Way Wellness Program is. This is my one-on-one coaching program. You can read what coaching is and what coaching is not. You can check out my success stories here. I've got videos of some of my alumni explaining to you why they joined Lighter Weight Program, what some of their hesitations were, what their favorite parts were, and all that kind of thing. So be sure and go and check that out. They're amazing. Success stories. And then here I have my offerings. So you can go here. It's also on my homepage. You can read about all this stuff. So just a quick rundown. Monthly meal ideas. Girlfriend, I have so many good recipes every month in here: breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. It is completely free and I update it every month. And so I am about to add November's, which is really good. I've got some delicious soup recipes. Last week I did that free group, soup and self care. The soup recipes, some of them came from here. So grab that, check that out. You can sign up for Meal Planning Made Easy. It is a template. It is my magic formula for meal planning that I use every week. But it also goes through meal planning is a non-diet strategy for nutrition in midlife, menopause, and beyond. So I add some extra material in there talking to you about inflammatory foods and anti-inflammatory foods. So like not just non-inflammatory, but anti-inflammatory foods that you can add to your meal plan. So you can grab that. I've got 3 steps to ditch dieting and find food freedom, which is the more detailed version of what I went through this week. I've got you can take those 3 steps and go through my mini course here where there are 5 videos and it walks you through. It's a 3-day video course. Check that out. You can get even like a more of like a good chunk of like the first step of the full Lighter Weight coaching program, which is right here. This is my one-on-one. This is my capstone program. It is a 12-week one-on-one intensive coaching program where I walk you through all of them. We set your goals and then we work on renewing your mindset. We work on building new habits. We work on busting self-sabotage. And then on top of all of that, we layer the food and nutrition and all that. But all that mindset comes first. And it's based on a biblical worldview, biblical foundation. There's nothing else out there like this. So that I only open up twice a year because it is an intensive one-on-one coaching program. We have 7 one-on-one coaching sessions together, plus daily support via texting. So it is everything. It is the last program you'll ever need. You actually get lifetime access to all the course materials, and so This is the program I'm talking about right here. It's going to be opening up. The wait list is opening up soon. So keep an eye out for that. If you get on my mailing list for any of these products here, you'll get the first notification when the wait list opens up. And then right now, this is my beta program, Lighter Weight Blaze. It is the same content as my VIP program, but it is self-paced. So you have the opportunity to get in at a very much drastically reduced price to work through it self-paced. But because it's beta program, you get a little extra something from me because I am looking for feedback to make it better, to make it just as robust and affordable for people to go through self-paced. So you'll still get, actually still get that 90-minute kickoff session where we set your goals, and you'll still get daily accountability with me through text. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go ahead on any of these. You can click more to learn more and just set up a call with me. I have discovery call times where it's like a 30-minute call, and I love to hear your story, what you're struggling with, and to see if that matches with what I offer, because I have 100% satisfaction goal. So if I don't feel like my program is going to be a good solution for you, it's not going to give you the results, I'm not going to try to sell it to you. I mean, that's just the thing. I am about life transformation, and so if it's not for you, I would definitely let you know. So it's worth setting up the time to get on the phone with me. We can chit chat about it, see if it's something that you're interested in. I also have a food freedom workshop completely free. It's 1 hour. You can go in there. There's a workbook that goes with it, a 7-day sugar detox, and also extra food freedom resources. This is where I have the archives of the past months of the meal ideas. I also have, Bible verses for food freedom, all kinds of other things. So there is a lot of stuff here for you. Let me tell you. So please go and partake. I made this for you. I want to bless you. I want to help you find that food freedom. Um, let's see what else. Oh, yeah. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that next week I've been saying 5 day, but it's actually a 7 day gratitude and giving hearts challenge. It's completely free. It's over on Facebook. And it is like, I think you go to facebook.com/group/ lighter way groups, I think is what it is. But anyway, drop a message below and I will send you the link. It's completely free and it's very simple, very quiet and calming. And we're going to talk about just once a day gratitude and generosity. And I think we could all benefit from that. So I'd love to have you come join me in that group as well. So there's lots of ways that you can get help on your food freedom journey. And one thing I didn't point out that is on my website there is a podcast tab, which is coming soon. So this is the part where I'm going to tell you what's coming next. So, this is the end of this Lunchtime Nuggets series. So, starting next week, what I'll be doing is on Mondays, I'll come on Mondays at noon, and it'll be like Monday motivation. I'll share something new with you each week on Mondays. Every Wednesday will be a new podcast. That's right. We have Sacred Grounds podcast with myself and Lee McKenzie, the Church Girl Writes. And we will be talking about all sorts of issues, but basically, like the struggle of being a Christian woman in a dark world right now. And it's going to be authentic talk about lots of different things, spiritual battle, but also like productivity hacks, things to help you over the holidays, boundaries in relationships, like stuff that church girls sometimes are hesitant to talk about because they don't want to be judged. So, pretty much nothing is off limits. We are going to be releasing our new podcast November 10th. So, each week I'll share that episode here. You can also get it on my website. So every Wednesday, our podcast will be released. And then on Fridays, I will share a meal prep recipe with you. So we got Motivation Monday, Podcast Wednesday, and Meal Prep Friday. There you go. So I hope that that will keep you encouraged on your journey. And I love to be able to serve. If there's anything that you would like to see, you'd like me to serve up here, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'm here to serve at your pleasure. I want to help anyone who's looking to find that food freedom, and not just food freedom, but freedom in life because we were created to be free. So, that's all for now for this week. I hope you have an awesome weekend. If you missed any episodes, you can go back and watch them. I've also put them on my YouTube channel, like trying to find out all ways to get this out there to you. But please go and sign up for my newsletter, get the monthly meal ideas and enjoy them, share them. Holidays are coming. There's some delicious ones in there you can use for the holidays. All right. And be sure to tell a friend. Okay, so that's it for this week. Love you so much. I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Mwah. Peace out.